Good afternoon. My name is Edward Oberholtzer. I'm the resident priest here at the Joseph Priestley Zen Sangha. We're an affiliate of Moon Zen. Zen is hard. I'll admit that. Zen is extraordinarily simple, but it can be just as extraordinarily hard. Sitting on a cushion, watching what comes up and passes away, hard. It takes a kind of dogged determination, sort of one step in front of the other. It can be a slog. Breathe. There, that's a step. Breathe. Pay attention. Another step. Breathe. Return to your breath. Step. All these steps, you might as well have been walking. And the Buddha had an answer for you. He recommended 4 postures for meditation: sitting, standing, lying down, and walking. I know people capable of meditating while lying down, whose back problems require that they lie flat. Me, I fall asleep. And for a practice meant to help us realize our Buddha nature, our wakefulness, that's just not optimal. Sitting, I get. Standing, yeah, I get. But no, I'll leave lying down to those more capable than I. But walking, that determined one foot in front of the other, that I can do. I was once in New Orleans at a library convention, and in my early days of Zen practice felt a need to sit with a Sangha. I found myself at the New Orleans Zen temple. They were pretty strict followers of the Soto path. We sat for 40 minutes. The bell rang. We all stood, formed a line, and I know I misremember this, but it seemed as though in the walking I moved perhaps all of 3 feet. The clappers sounded, the pace picked up, and we returned to our cushions. This was the Soto practice of kinhin, of walking meditation, of walking extremely slowly. And it's taken some getting used to. I had been accustomed to a more normal pace in my kinhin. Ironically, walking and running have always felt to me like a kind of controlled fall, and like the cannonball shot out at a velocity sufficient to ensure that it curves back to Earth. As it curves back to Earth, the Earth's curvature falls away before it, leaving it endlessly circling the Earth in an orbit that is itself a continual fall. And so, like that cannonball, the stability of a walker emerges from that endless falling forward. Move and your leg catches you and then propels you ahead. But God knows, slow walking leaves me, at least, with a sense of instability, but with a sense that focuses my mind on staying upright. The instructions for kinhin are straightforward. Kinhin is slow walking meditation done between periods of zazen. When the signal for ending zazen and rising for kinhin sounds, you turn and form a clockwise circle with the others in the zendo and maintain even spacing with them. Holding your hands in shashu, the left hand forms a soft fist, the right hand covering the left fist and held at the solar plexus, your head upright, your gaze down. You take a half step forward as you breathe out. Shift your weight as you inhale and step forward half a step with the other foot on the next out-breath. Slowly, slowly breathe. When the end of kinhin is signaled by one bell, stop and bow, keeping your hands in shashu. Return to your place in the zendo at a normal walking pace. When you reach your seat, wait for everyone to return to their seats and shashu bow with the group. Then gasho bow to your seat and sit down for zazen. Seated meditation, even with a group, can be a solitary practice. Yes, you're aware of sitting as a sangha, but kinhin allows that group practice to manifest. You need to be aware of your place in a line of fellow practitioners. You move as a group, as a sangha. I love that as we all step forward, the line rises as one to the right, then to the left, and back as we move forward. There is such a tradition of walking as misery, as drudgery. In 1952, the year of my birth, saw Tony Brent's hit, Poor Little Robin, walking, walking, walking to Missouri, 'cause he's too poor to fly. Decades earlier, Robert Johnson sang that he woke up this morning, felt round for my shoes. Know about that? I got these old walking blues. But kinhin can be a kind of relief. When you've been sitting for 40 minutes or half an hour, your knees ache, your ankles are sore, standing up and walking is a godsend. But kinhin is more than simple relief. We talk about practicing Zen in our daily lives, of bringing our practice to washing the dishes, to mowing the lawn, to doing our taxes, talking with our neighbors. It can be hard to see how sitting on a cushion can prepare you for that. Kinhin acts as a kind of bridge, a physical activity we engage in while watching what arises, while bringing our attention to our breath. There is a joy in walking and in kinhin, the joy found in pilgrimage, if not to Santiago de Compostela, or in the pilgrimages in Japan, then here, in circumnavigating the zendo, the joy that led to the word saunter, of being on sacred ground, kinhin as sainte terre. And that walk around the zendo brings us back to our cushions, back to our zazen, back to our meditation. As Eliot said, the end of our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. Thank you.